Tanks, I feel, are a bit of a masochistic role in games. I mean, the whole point of them is to get shot at. The tanks in Overwatch are a bit of a mixed bag though. I mean, normally when I think of a tank role, I think of a big brute who is going to move slowly and hit hard. Not gorillas leaping through the air or little girls in mech suits that can essentially leap through the air. Nah, when I think of tanks, I think of like, tanks. I think of Reinhardt. As Reinhardt, you're a big boy who is gonna put up a wall to make your team forget all about the bad things on the other side. But granted, this wall is see-through and doesn't last forever, so it's about as effective as me trying to stay away from people getting triggered or acting dumb on the internet by avoiding certain sites. Point being, you're still gonna come face to face with the shit on the other side at some point. But that point doesn't have to be right now with Reinhardt. You've got the tools of the trade to protect dummies, smash squishies, and provide a positive and fun character. There is no way your team could get tilted.
Reinhardt, you are such a useless piece of shit.
But even the smelliest shit can fertilize many wonderful crops.
What? No, shut up. All you're doing is feeding.
Haha! So our team is well fed and ready for battle.
No!
Classic Reinhardt. Being a good friend to all those around him. But a good friend is only deserved by a good man, such as you. A good man knows only to keep those who influence him positively. So thank you, my friend.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop being so positive!
Reinhardt is my all-around favorite character in Overwatch. Like, not to play, like his actual character, nothing to do with his gameplay or kit. I'm a sucker for super positive, helpful muscle men, and Reinhardt is no exclusion. Every voice line I hear from him just fills me with glee. Obviously, Tulio numero uno is Rein's shield, a big ol' window that blocks incoming projectiles. It doesn't block people, however, because I mean, that makes sense. I mean, if a bullet can't go through the shield, it's only natural that the person would be able to use the shield to block shit, and also block shit. Seriously, you just block shit with it. Pretty much everything can splurt on your Rein shield except for Monkey Lightning, German Fury, melee shit, How to Train Your Dragons, and of course, Symmetra's Samus shots. Cause she's the best. It does block explosions such as Junkie's ult, Diva's mech self-destruct, and Pharah's period of rockets. Your team can of course fire through your shield, however, which is why you need to set up in good chokes. The shield does have health and a set area that it covers. Lobbed items can get over you, so be wary. When the shield is getting low, it's a better idea to just stop shielding for a second before it dies and let it recharge. If the shield reaches 0, it'll be even longer before you can use it, even with a small amount of health. Be wary too, as any ability you use causes Rein to drop his shield, such as his fuck you charge. Because anyone getting stuck in this charge gets fucked. Maybe not in a literal fucking, because that's rather difficult in the middle of a battle, plus I don't feel like Blizzard is really gonna go for that despite my constant emails, so you're stuck with the metaphorical fucking. Charging sends Rein straight ahead with some leeway in his ability to turn left and right. An enemy caught dead in the center of your charge will be pinned, and if smacked against a wall will take a good amount of damage. With an enemy pinned, or if you nick them in the sides, an enemy will be knocked away. You can use this to charge peeps off edges, or if you manage to snag the enemy Rein, force a point. Be careful though, because your team might not be able to follow you. Like, for real, don't charge in if a Mei can just wall off the rest of your team. Be smart. Fuck it, we both know you won't be. German Fury, not just a hot button topic anymore. Now it's an ability. You smash that key and Rein sends out a big old slice of pizza of German hate. Or passion, you know, whatever. It's not the fastest projectile, but it's not exactly the slowest either. And boy does it hurt, tagging whoever it hits with 100 points of damage, so one swipe can knock away Junkrat shit and pop some squishies. This does go through shields too, but you'll have to drop yours to do so. Alright, his primary fire isn't really a fire, it's a swing. You swing your big boy hammer, you hit the not big boys, they get hurt and get pushed a little bit. It's a big swing too, so you can hit more than one of the not big boys. Sure, you can hit big people, but you mainly only want to use the hammer to hit the little ones. The hammer deals 75 damage, so a few swings can drop tracers and mechless divas. Every now and then you'll get that wonderful match too, where no one will pay attention to the Rein swinging at the supports and shit and focus on someone else too. Because that's the thing. You are are very vulnerable when you're swinging that thing around. Speaking of vulnerability, that's what his ult is going to boil down to. Now, it's pretty straightforward. You smash the ground and anyone on a cone in front of you will be knocked down for a couple of seconds if they're not behind a wall or a shield. But chances are you will be up against another Reinhardt, and then it becomes who will fuck up first. Because Rein's shield can block Rein's ult. Try and save your ult to hit as many of the squishies as you can, but you can also use it as a fuck you to ongoing ults such as Reapers or Genjis. Just make sure the other Rein is dead or is dumb enough to drop his shield when your ult is up. Reinhardt is no doubt the go-to tank in Overwatch, despite how much they try to change that. He does what tanks should do, not to mention he is essentially the only tank to really soak up damage, even if the majority is into his shield. Winston and D.Va are too squishy for the role, Orisa's a clusterfuck, and Roadhog might as well DPS. Zarya, if managed well, is a fantastic tank, and her and Rein can fuck up almost any comp, because even if you do charge in idiotically, a nice little bubble will save your ass and firm up Zarya's. But we'll get into that next time we come around to tanks.